Hello and welcome to this webinar entitled Defamation, Meaning, Defences and Remedies. My name is Keith Markham and I will be delivering this particular session today. As always, let's begin by having a look at the agenda. We'll begin by discussing issues around meaning, and we're going to look at one particularly well-known case to do with the interesting pairing of Rebecca Vardy and Rooney, and we'll look at applying a number of the key issues to do with meaning with regard to that when it comes to natural and ordinary meaning, level of severity and so on. We will go through the various rules and see how they were applied in that particular case. Once we've done that, we'll then go on to talk about the issue of defences. Now, there are lots of defences in terms of defamation. I'm not going to go through all of them today. In particular, we're going to look at truth and honest opinion, and both of those issues have been discussed in some detail in recent cases of either the High Court and or the Court of Appeal. So we're going to go through what obviously the specific statutory requirement is, and then we're going to look at how that's been played out in various cases, typically relating, I'm afraid, to the Labour Party and allegations of anti-Semitism. Moving on from that, we will then go on to talk about remedies, and we will look in that particular context at what the available remedies are. We will look at damages of both general and special nature. We'll look at the way that the courts determine that level of damages and the context within which they do that. We'll also go on to talk about injunctions and also orders to remove. And there's a particularly important case that some of you, I suspect, may have come across, which has a knock-on effect in terms of Trustpilot, where ultimately a law firm got an order to have something removed from Trustpilot. And then finally, just to wrap this up, we will look briefly at the issue of Norwich Pharmacal Orders. Now, you may have come across those, you may not. Essentially, they are a way of identifying a potential defamation defendant. Often, as we know, people post things on the internet using avatars or pseudonyms or some other manner of disguising their identity, and essentially what we're going to be looking at is the way in which sometimes a defamation claimant can approach a particular organisation, classically a website operator, and ask them to provide that information in certain circumstances.